It was the last bus to Oakwood. I was running late for my best friend's father's funeral, soaked and desperate. When those doors hissed shut behind me, I thought my luck had finally turned. I was wrong. That prickle on your neck, the chill that has nothing to do with the air conditioning, that was the first clue. I had just stepped onto a bus full of ghosts. The silence hit me first. It wasn't just quiet. It was thick, heavy, like the air in a tomb. I took a seat near the back, pulling out my phone to let Mark know I was on my way. 1% battery. The screen went black before I could hit send. Great. I looked around, trying to get my bearings. The other passengers were perfectly still. An old man in a trench coat, staring ahead without blinking. A woman in a faded floral dress, her hands folded neatly in her lap. A businessman in a suit that looked wrong. Stained and slightly out of style. No one spoke. No one looked at their phone. The only sound was the rumble of the engine and the squeak of the wipers. I tried to chalk it up to a somber mood. Maybe everyone was headed to the same funeral. But the cold, it was seeping into my bones. I rubbed my arms, looking out the window. The rain made everything a blur, but the landmarks were off. We passed the old Jensen Bridge. I squinted. That bridge was condemned last year, covered in scaffolding, but now it looked whole, new even. My heart started a slow, heavy thud in my chest. This wasn't the route. I stood up, my legs a little unsteady, and walked to the front. "Excuse me!" My voice sounded too loud. The driver didn't react. "Hey, I think I'm on the wrong bus. This is going to Oakwood Meadows, right? The funeral home?" Nothing. Just the steady rumble. I reached out, my hand hovering near his shoulder. "Hello?" He turned his head. Slowly. Not his body, just his head. His skin was pale, waxy, and his eyes, they were solid, milky white, unseeing. His voice was a dry rasp, like stones grinding together. "All routes lead to the terminus." I stumbled back, my breath catching in my throat. I bumped into the old man in the trench coat. His head lolled to the side, and I saw it. A horrific, gaping wound on his neck, but there was no blood. Just a void, an emptiness. And in that moment of sheer primal terror, I knew. I wasn't on a bus with grieving people. I was on a bus with the departed, a shuttle for the dead. And I was the only one with a heartbeat. A soft, tuneless humming started. The woman in the floral dress had turned her head and was looking directly at me. She smiled, but it didn't reach her hollow eyes. "You're not one of us, are you, dear? You're still warm." As one, every other passenger on the bus slowly, deliberately turned to look at me. Their faces were a gallery of silent, pale judgment. The lights above flickered, and for a split second, I saw them for what they truly were. Translucent, flickering forms. The destination board at the front sizzled and changed, the letters burning bright in the gloom. Final. Crossing. I was trapped. A living man in a coffin of steel and glass, hurtling through a fog that wasn't my world. The bus driver spoke again, his rattling voice filling the frozen silence. "Next stop is yours."